2, 1. Actually, that's a 5, isn't it? I should have done it the other way around. Anyway, my name is Monroe, man. Time for another live stream. Today's topic, by the way, I got some food in my mouth, so today's topic is being interfered with by a really annoying piece of pizza that's stuck back in my molars. Aside from that, today's topic, if you saw, is what's up, Raya? Today's topic is pursue your work with all seriousness. Hey, sugar. I wasn't going to do another live stream tonight, but I was looking at all the fortunes. I have these Chinese fortune cookies on my cabinet wall. And one of them, right here, pursue your work with all seriousness. Hey, CLVR. Pursue your work with all due seriousness, in fact. And every time I see that, I'm just reminded to put in a little bit more effort. I was going to go to bed. I'm exhausted. And I just keep thinking, I see that little fortune, pursue your work with all seriousness. And it just reminds me, Monroe, do one more live stream. Even if it's only for another 30 minutes. What's up? Kek, you're up. Good to see you here. Yeah, Raya, I keep, hey Nicholas, good to see you again. I keep all of the fortune cookies that are inspiring to me because you need so much motivation in life to keep going. And the more things you do, the more things you try, sometimes the harder it is to keep going. And so I put those all on my kitchen cabinet whenever I'm in there in the morning, in the afternoon when I'm cooking dinner, I see them. And the one that I saw tonight was literally just about 5 minutes ago. Pursue your work with all due seriousness. Each of you, you're something that's going on in your life that you are passionate about. I know for some of you it's YouTube. It's not almost midnight, sugar. It's 12:35. Thank you. This is a Kia chair. Not Kia. Kia is the name of a car company in Korea. It's an IKEA, Swedish made. And you know, I fell in love with this chair when I was living and working in China the first time. And the apartment that I rented was furnished and it had this exact same chair. It was white though instead of yellow. And it is so comfortable. And it's like a rocking chair, but it's sturdy and it's made of wood and super comfortable. So, yeah, IKEA. It is a Swedish company, and most cities have an IKEA, or at least every county does. So wherever you are, Yellow Birdie wants me to say Yelle Birdie. You didn't even spell your name right. You say Yellow Birdie. So, now you fixed your typo. Please say Yellow Birdie. So I just said Yellow Birdie, and you keep saying please, please. So if you keep being annoying, I'm going to take back that I said Yellow Birdie. And since I said Yellow Birdie, I hope I get a like and a subscription, by the way. Some liked, 3 people who haven't liked. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, we got 6 likes already. That's a pretty good start. Yeah. Thank you, Kek, you're up. You're welcome, Yellow Bird. So, Yellow Bird, please tell us where you live. How did you find the channel? If there's anyone new here, say hello. We're talking today. Thank you for the sub. We're talking right now about, again, it's from a fortune cookie. And says, pursue your work with all due seriousness. That doesn't apply to your stupid job that you hate, where your boss stinks and you're not treated well. I'm talking about the things that you actually care about in life. And I'm every day I wake up and I see this positive feedback loop of more watch time. And so when I saw that fortune cookie said, pursue your work with all due seriousness, it just reminded me of Monroe, do one more watch, do one more live stream before you go to bed tonight. Take this seriously. And one of my friends said, Monroe, you are on a roll with this. Just keep doing it every single day. You will gonna make massive amounts of money from this if you just keep going. So I'm pursuing my work with all due seriousness, and here I am. Raya says, the reason I stay and watch almost all your live streams is because you're an amazing, funny, and absolutely so entertaining, I'm going to fix the grammar, person. Thank you so much for all your stories, characters, and funny jokes. I just took a screenshot of that comment, Raya, because that makes me feel so great, and you're awesome. And I'm amazed and blessed, and I don't know, that I found these YouTube live streams and found you guys. I've been really depressed the last 5 years. And I moved down to Florida to start this private investigation firm, Intertect, which I did. And it's a not-for-profit. And I have my partner, Federico, who's basically running it now. But it took a long time to get it up and running, and for many years while I moved down to Florida from New York, I'm thinking maybe I made a mistake coming down here and leaving New York City. New York City is such a dynamic, big city with so many ambitious people just like me. And I came down to Florida, and those people are hard to find. And finding new friends has been really hard for me, moving down to Florida. And, you know, it has been lonely. And, you know, I help my mom. She's elderly and moved down here, and it hasn't been the greatest for her. I mean, it's been a really, really tough time. And meanwhile, I know I'm a good speaker. I know I have so much to share with people. And I believe I'm a funny guy, and I'm a great comedian and a good actor. And yet, I felt like there's a saying, why do people move to Florida? They move to Florida to die. What does that mean? They're talking about how most people, after they retire up in the north of the United States, Michigan, New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Maryland, Massachusetts, Maine, often they retire down to Florida, meaning you're coming down to Florida to just retire and die. And it's a weird thing, because that's kind of how I ended up starting to feel these last 3 years was, what have I done? I left the bustling New York City with all that energy, all that show business, Broadway stars and finance and Wall Street, came down to Florida. And literally, until about 3 weeks ago, I was not feeling good. I was in a really bad way. I didn't know what I was doing with pretty much anything. And then I turned on the live stream. As many of you know, I've had this YouTube channel for 18 years, and nothing has come of it. And it was just kind of a silly, stupid hobby. And I would post videos up there that nobody would watch. And I'd hope maybe I would get one comment. Most of the time, not one comment on my videos. I mean, think about that. 18 years I've been doing this, and every time I post a video, it was, I'm sure I'm not going to get any comments. And I rarely did. For a while, you'll see some of my videos have a bunch of likes. That's because I used Google Ads. And for many years, I thought it didn't matter where you got the likes and the views from. If you did Google Ads, you're going to end up getting watch time. I can't believe how much money I spent over the last 5, 6, 7 years paying Google Ads to boost my videos. And then I found out about 7, 8 months ago, none of that watch time counts. None of it. So it was just for vanity and ego. So you see some of my videos that are very old actually have real views. Like for my music video, The Sun Is Always Shining Somewhere, those are real views. But a lot of the videos were paid for through Google Ads. So anyway, that was just a huge devastation for me because I thought I was actually going to get myself closer and closer to getting monetized by paying for Google ads. And then 6, 7 months ago, I read up on the internet, I talked to Google, and finally it was no. By the way, thanks for clicking like and subscribing to my channel. I got lots of stories, humor, comedy. I have a PhD in psychology. I'm a lawyer, licensed skydiver, Iraq war veteran. So, I mean, I got 1.5 million things to share with you. Today, we're just talking about this fortune that I have on my kitchen counter, the cabinet that says, "Pursue your work with all due seriousness." And that's kind of why I'm telling you the story about everything that I went through all of these years. But I was feeling horrible 3 weeks ago, and I just randomly found YouTube Live. And I turned it on, and boom, something happened. So anyway, I'm responding basically to Raya's comment, just saying that the reason she stays and watches almost all of my live streams is because she says, because you're an amazing, funny, and absolutely so entertaining. Thank you so much for all your stories, characters, and funny jokes. I almost have to say more. I almost appreciate you guys more than I think you appreciate me. As much as you appreciate me, I think I appreciate you more, because you guys have pulled me out of this horrible depression that I went in because I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I didn't know why I moved down here. I felt like my dreams of being a public speaker globally, even though I did this TEDx talk. I mean, doing a TEDx talk is supposedly the apex of a speaker's career. And someone does a TEDx talk, oh my God. But I did it, and I was just, I did it. I was in New York City, and then where did I do? I got in a plane, and I flew back to Florida, where I don't really feel like I fit in super well. And I didn't know what the heck I was going to do. And then I found live streaming, and now look at this. I mean, if I just keep doing this, I've already got 600 new subscribers since I started about 2.5 weeks ago, which means I'm probably on track to get 800 new subscribers per month. And that's not including if it grows exponentially. I mean, just imagine soon I'm going to have 5,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, 15,000 subscribers, as long as I keep going. I did a live stream the other day, I think it was yesterday, called that Keep, period, Going, period. Or no, I did a short called Keep Going. What does that mean? It's the same thing that fortune says. Let me go show you for the people who are here now who didn't see. I mean, look, it's right here. I got all of them on all the best Chinese fortunes on here. But this one, right here. Pursue your work with all due seriousness. Right there. And that's what I'm inspiring you to do by me being on this live stream at 1:45 a.m. Let me look at some of these notes. We have a message held for review. Yep, that was definitely spam. Make sure to sleep. I'm 9 years old. I basically have insomnia from my phone, so you can't stop me. Yeah, these phones have just been crazy. Sorry. That's how tired I am. Just dropped the phone. These phones keep us awake. Just think about this. When I was 9 or 10 years old, I think that was right around the time when the first Apple IIe computer came out. Can you imagine that? When I was your age, Rhea, 9 years old, computers didn't really exist. There were no cell phones. Every phone was connected to the wall. There were no electric cars. There was no internet. The internet did not exist on a massive scale. I mean, scientists were still using it at that time, but I remember I had one of those first Apple IIe computers, and there was something called the Sierra Network. And it was a place where you could play video games online with other people. Believe it or not, this was back in the mid-1980s. And you connected via a modem. And I remember my friends, Mike and Chris Berlingo, they would come over to my house, and I'd say, hey, look, we could actually talk. They had instant messaging back then, and you could send these messages, and It sounds so weird because talking to you guys, like big deal, right? Whoop-de-doo. Instant messaging. You could send a message, play online checkers with somebody. And my friends, Mike and Chris, were like, Monroe, they knew that I was into computers and stuff. That's not real. You coded that so that when you write a message to on the computer, it writes back a message to pretend they couldn't even believe that I was talking to a real person. I mean, life was better in so many ways back in the 1980s. This is why you hear people saying the 80s were the best decade. Why do I think the 80s were the best decade? Why do a lot of people think about the 1980s as the best decade? You didn't have all this technological stress that you have today. You had a small group of friends, and if you wanted to go play with your friend, you had to go pick up the phone, assuming your sister and brother wasn't already on the phone. If you wanted to ask a girl out on a date, you had to pick up the phone and call, Veronica, and go, "Hi, is this Mr. Stewart? Hi, my name is Monroe. I'm a classmate of your daughter Veronica, and is she there? Why do you want to talk to her? Well, I just wanted to ask if she wanted to go to the movies with me. And I mean, oh my gosh, you had to learn social skills so young. And I think it's great, little sugar, that you're here watching this live stream now. But it's kind of sad in a way because it's taking away when I was your age, I was forced to talk to people. I was forced to come up with ways to be creative. There was no technology. It was absolutely crazy. At the same time, I'm grateful for technology because look, I get to talk to you guys through this. And I feel less lonely. I'm sure you guys feel less lonely. I feel more motivated. You guys feel more motivated. I felt motivated to be more serious about my work. I'm hoping this is motivating you to be more serious about yours. That's so nice. Ria's right. MonroeMann, do you think I'm going to win the tournament that I'm in with my video game? I don't know. Are you any good, CLVR? That's the big question. Omkek, I don't even know how to say your name here. Omkek 1L M0T. What's up? Nice to see you, mister. You're so welcome. You deserve it. Thanks, Rhea. You deserve the world. My little sugar heart for Monroe. Hey, Evelyn, Milo. Kekure up. Click that like button. That's right. You're doing an awesome job. Mr. Kitten Bobber is in. Kitten Bobber comes in all the time and asks me to rate garlic bread 1 to 10. I answer Mr. Kitten Bobber every single time. It's always the same answer. But now he's asking me a more clever question. At least he's not saying, do you like garlic bread? I'd say it depends on how I'm feeling. Like right now, garlic bread is the last thing I could possibly want to put in my mouth, so it's a negative 5,000. But sometimes if I'm having pasta or something like that, I'd say it would be up there as a 7. But I don't think it's ever a 10. Honestly, does anyone think garlic bread ever deserves to be a 10? Even you, Mr. Kitten Bobber, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. And MonroeMann equals one of the best people in the world. You were awesome. I don't know what this is. Am I saying? I was trying to I was thinking of a heart in my head, but I just gave you the A-OK symbol. So I'm giving you you're an A-OK person. You're A-OK, Raya. Milo, dude, same. I've been since 2019. What do you mean since 2019 in terms of your YouTubing? Tell me what you're talking about, Milo. Thank you, Mr. Kitten Bobber, for liking my song. I'm a change. I'm only started last year, so I don't know. Hi, Billy Bob. This is not Billy Bob. My name is MonroeMann. It's like, you're a big boy banana man. I wouldn't say, hi, small girl, apple girl, would I? Are you small girl, apple girl? No, you're a big boy banana man. So I'm not Billy Bob. I'm MonroeMann. I'm not talking because I'm spamming. I have no idea what you're talking about, little sugar. You're in the semifinals, CLVR. I'm hoping you win. I hope you get lots of money, too. Billy Bob is out on the town. That is correct. Have one of those fortunes come true. Let's go find out. Let's go find one of those fortunes that have come true. It's a very good question. I will find one. Look at this. Wouldn't you agree with this one? Your individuality provides a light for others, right? That's what everyone's saying here, that like they're so happy they found me here on YouTube Live because I'm providing a light. There's always a valley before a hill. I mean, that's basically what we're all talking about here is I was feeling terrible these last 2 years, and now I'm going uphill, and I kind of feel like it should be, there's always a hill before the valley, right? Because I feel like I've been climbing a hill for the last 20 years, 18 years, and then finally I'm going downhill into the valley. But let me see. Here's another one. This reminds me of why I keep doing these live streams. On the right track means to run even faster or get run over. I was about to go to bed and I said, no, I got to run even faster. Right? Never make the mistake of thinking you know everything about anything. That's a good one. So I can't give you all of them because then I won't have good material for these live streams. But yeah, I mean, some of them have come true, and they're just great reminders that if you keep going and you keep working hard. Again, this topic today was pursue your work with all due seriousness. Do a little bit more than the other guy. When you're ready to go to bed, you do 10 more push-ups. When you're ready to go to bed, you do one more live stream. When you're ready to go to bed, you draw one more drawing. You're ready to go to bed, you read one more page in your book. You're ready to go to bed, whatever. Just keep going. Big Boy Banana Man, when I was 10, I was fighting in Vietnam. That sounds like something, that sounds like Billy Bob. Billy Bob, when he was 10, he was actually training armies around the world. He's an amazing man. Oh, I don't mind the vet jokes, Kek, you're up. I'm a vet too. And Billy Bob would probably say something like that as well. As long as people aren't really being serious about insulting the military, I don't think there's any problem. So don't worry about that, Big Boy Banana Man. I wasn't offended, and Kek Your Up is just, he thought that I might have been offended by that, but it's all good. And gotta go, Evelyn. Veterinarian jokes. No, not veterinarian jokes. Spam the hearts. I have to go, but I'll be at your next stream. Thanks, Raya. Have a great night. My YouTube was small in 2019, says Milo, and I'm still a small channel. Just think about this too, Milo. Even though I'm making progress, I'm still a small channel too. 2.5 weeks ago, I was at 2,200 subscribers. Now I'm at 2,600. It's not like it hasn't gone like this. It's gone like this. Whereas before it was just kind of steady for 18 years. Now at least I can see there's an upward trajectory. So, and it doesn't matter if it's small. What matters is, and this is why you got to use the YouTube analytics. Download YouTube Studio, the app, and then really look at that all the time. Did you get more subscribers this week than last week? Did you get more likes this week than last week? Which videos are working the best? What times that you're posting videos? You just got to keep doing this until you finally figure out, oh, that's working. And for me, wow, live streams, it's working. Your life is what makes me happy. My life is what makes you happy? That's weird. It shouldn't be my life that makes you happy. It should be your life makes you happy, because you have a great life too, sugar. Rocket League, nice. Was that your routing code, Monroe Man? I don't know what that means, routing code. Yes, sir. You're a vet. Can you help my bunny? Haha, not that type of vet. Hello, Monroe Man. Hey, what's up, Marisol Beltran? Great to see you, Queen Abby. Nice to see you again. So today we're just talking about this fortune cookie that I have on my wall in the kitchen, which basically says, pursue your work with all due seriousness. Can you each put in the chat something that you're trying to succeed with? We know that CLVR is trying to succeed in this video game tournament. We know that Milo is trying to turn his YouTube channel into something that starts to move more quickly. What else? What else? What is something you're working on, like your work, something that you're working on right now that you want to see succeed? CLVR says, have you given Violetta my number, or she's still looking for your number? I haven't done that yet. I have no way to get in touch with Violetta. I don't think I have any of her contact information, so I don't know. Oh, you lost 3-5. Sorry, CLVR. All right, Queen Abby's in college. Let's talk about Queen Abby for a second. So just think about this. Pursue your work with all due seriousness. That was the quotation on my fortune cookie. And, you know, when I was in college, believe it or not, or maybe it is believable, I don't know, I did not go to parties very much. I did not get drunk. I was not doing drugs. And honestly, I don't think I missed out on very much. And I remember absolutely everything about my 4 years of college, which I think is great. I would just say to you, Queen Abby, make sure you're focusing more on school and not on everything else. I will give a caveat with that. You don't, as I always say, C's get degrees, right? You don't need to get straight A's. Your life is going to be great even if you get C's and B's. So do not focus so much on your work. It says pursue your work with all due seriousness, right? But don't be too serious. Don't let everything else fall to the wayside. But definitely make sure you're making the most of your... I'm in some pre-medical classes. I'm in this biology class right now at Miami-Dade College. And I saw some of the students sitting outside copying each other's homework. And I'm thinking, okay, what, like, seriously? And then in the lab, none of them were actually, they didn't care why we were doing these scientific experiments. They just wanted the answers. And I said, well, I understand those are the results, but don't you want to understand why? Like, I don't care why, I just want to get the numbers. I'm thinking, what the heck are these people do, wasting their time and their money, or their parents' money, going to this biology class, and they have no interest at all in what the heck they're doing. And this is not a general biology class. This is a biology one with a lab, which is designed for doctors or people who want to be biologists. And I'm thinking, these people are pursuing their work with the most undue unseriousness. And it's just, I don't get it. It's like, why are you wasting everybody's time? Why are you wasting your time? And I certainly do not want this type of person to be my doctor, or to be, I wouldn't trust this biologist's scientific work if I knew that this is what they did in school. So my advice to you, Queen Abby, is pursue your college career with all due seriousness. Have fun, go to a party here and there, make friends, but make sure you are actually learning something. That is why you are there. Don't read the cliff notes, read the actual book. Don't cheat off your friends. Learn how to do the math problems yourself. All right. My Little Sugar says, your life makes me happy. I can't understand how much it was hard for you to go through 18 years thinking you're bad, only starting. My Little Sugar, when you read when I get so famous, if that happens, and I'm able to write a biography, an autobiography, and if you think these 18 years of YouTube are bad, you have no idea what I have gone through. It has been a horribly brutal 20 years of failure and ridicule and disaster and more failure and criticism and rejection and embarrassment, and nothing's working. And now suddenly, about 3 weeks ago, things started to work in a lot of different ways. It's really weird. What's like, things are finally coming together in my life, and it took 20 years of struggle. So maybe that's inspiring to you guys too. You may not find success in 2 years or even 12 years. It's taken me more than 20 years. I really started my dreams as an actor and all that in 1997. So what is that? 2007, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's been 27 years that I have been trying to make something of myself. And only now do I think maybe something is happening. Only now. Overcoming my chronic constipation. You know, if you have that, that's a worthy goal. I would say pursue your work with all due seriousness and make sure that you go to CVS and buy some X-Lax because you got to loosen up those bowels a little bit. Check in with us tomorrow. Let us know how you're feeling. Kitten Bobber. Okay. Oh, yeah, Nate. I think let me see what Nate wrote. CashApp, can you just block Nate 420? Can you block that person completely from this channel? I told that person if the person comes in again, yeah, that person's gone. Thank you. We don't need that person here anymore. Queen Abby, I'm in anatomy, and my lab is so fun. I'm in Broward College. Queen Abby, do you live in Florida? Are you in Broward College, as in near Fort Lauderdale? If so, that's really cool, because I want to tell you about something. My Little Sugar says, yep. Good, Nate 420 is gone. And Queen Abby, if you're still here, let me know if you're in Broward. Because I have this local break diving WhatsApp community of people locally and we're getting together to go to the movies. We're getting together to go swimming, to go hiking, to go biking, to get together and have, Mr. Kitten Bobber, you're being timed out for 10 minutes. The garlic bread thing is fine maybe once, but you just keep doing it over and over again and it starts to sound like spam. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, breakdiving.io. So breakdiving.io is the global community. And CashApp, I hope you will come submit an application so you know what the heck I'm talking about when you're promoting it. But I'm also creating these local groups. We have a lot of people in India. We have a lot of people in Nigeria, a lot of people in the Philippines. And they all want me to create local groups, but I need to create a local group where I am first so I know how to manage and moderate the ones overseas. So if any one of you live here in the South Florida area, such as Queen Abby, you're in Miramar. Queen Abby, if you're interested in joining this local group, you can meet me in person, can meet a bunch of my friends, and we're setting up a movie night. We're all going to go to see a movie at the movie theater in South Beach. If you want to go skydiving with us, if you want to, we're planning an investment club event where we're all going to get together. I think it's going to be in mid-July, where we're just talking about our investments. And you don't even have to have any investments. If you're just getting started or you know nothing about it, you're welcome to come. So if you're interested, Queen Abby, send me an email. Just go to MonroeMann.com and you'll find my email there. Send me an email, and if you have WhatsApp, I'll add you to the WhatsApp group. And when we set up one of these events, you could be a part of it. I'd love to meet you, and just an offer. If not, and you just want to be a part of these live streams, I'm happy to have you here too. So anyway, feel free to get in touch if you're interested. But anyway, yeah, she said that she's in anatomy and her lab is fun. All I'm saying is just take it seriously. Focus on what you're learning. Something that my biology teacher said today, not my lab teacher, but my actual biology teacher said, and I said, it's so complicated. I said, I don't really understand everything. I'm learning about amoeba, paramecium, and we're looking at them under microscopes and this, that. He said, did you learn how to use the microscope? And I said, yeah, I think I know how to use it now and get in focus and use the different magnification levels. And he said, then you learned what you need to learn. He said, you can look up what an amoeba looks like on the internet and what a paramecium is and how many nuclei it has and all that stuff. So you cannot learn how to use a microscope on the internet. You really need to use it. You need to play with it and stuff. So that was the tip that my teacher told me. I'll pass that to you. Make sure you learn how to use the microscope. Do you want to be a doctor, Abby? Why are you learning anatomy? And why are you in school? I'm very curious. Queen Abby says thank you. Awesome. And yeah, I'm in a strange world these days. It's just super, I don't know where this is going to go, guys. I don't know if this is going to take off like a rocket. But I just know that if every morning I wake up, there is more and more watch time, which means by mid-July, by early August or late August, boom, there's going to be super chat in here. We're going to be selling merchandise and we're going to have memberships. And man, that's super, super, super exciting. So, and you guys are a part of it. So thank you. So anesthesiologist, fantastic. That's a very important profession. And for those of you who don't know what that is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Abby, an anesthesiologist is somebody who works in a hospital, usually in the surgery ward, when the doctor, well, an anesthesiologist is a doctor. I believe, right? And the anesthesiologist has the very important role of making you get knocked out, right? Putting people to sleep, but in a very careful, safe manner. So you wake up again later. But obviously you want to be put enough asleep that the surgeon can finish fixing you, but not so much asleep that you never wake up, which can happen if the anesthesiologist doesn't do the right job. And certainly if the anesthesiologist doesn't give you enough gas or whatever, you might be awake while they're doing the surgery, which means you could maybe feel the pain. So super awesome, Queen Abby. I think that's fantastic. What a great, great job. Keck, you're up. What job do you do? Are you in the military currently? My little sugar says, sorry I couldn't hear, but I know what it is because I turned my sound up. Good. I am glad you figured that out. Becoming an anesthesiologist, think of that. Not only will it remember that quotation from the fortune cookie, pursue your work with all due seriousness. You need to pursue your work with seriousness just to get through undergrad and then medical school. And then when you are actually doing your job in the surgery, you have to pursue your work with even more due seriousness, because if you mess up, people die. I mean, so that quotation applies to so many things. It applies to me because if I don't pursue this YouTube thing like a career, like I'm really doing it, my YouTube dream will die. Milo has been struggling since 2019 with his channel. By the way, Milo, are you still here? If so, I have something I want to say to you. So Kekurop owns a car wash company and does landscaping and tree cutting. That's another super important set of businesses. There are 3 different businesses there. But look how many people that Kekurop helps by giving them a really quick and easy way to clean a car by just going to his car wash company, or her, I don't know. Landscaping, making the front yards of people's homes look pretty, cutting down trees for safety to make sure. I mean, that of all of those, I mean, all of them, they have to be pursued with all due seriousness, right? Especially the tree cutting, because if you cut the trees wrong, they fall in the wrong direction, they could hurt somebody, cut down power lines, destroy somebody's house or car. Queen Abby says, I do night classes. I think that's way better. Yeah, I love night classes. I like part-time. I hope, I would love to become a medical doctor. The only thing that would keep me away from it is medical school is pretty much full-time, and then doing the 3 years of residency is full-time. And I'm just getting busier and busier and busier. And can you imagine if in 2 years, if I just keep doing these live streams every day, how many subscribers I'll have and how many, maybe I just won't have any time whatsoever. I wish there were a part-time medical school and a way to do a part-time residency. But hey, where there's a will, there's a way. For now, I'm just focusing on finishing Biology 1 and Biology 1 Lab. Let's see. I'm not in the military. I just said don't make vet jokes on your behalf. So again, I don't mind if people are, because this channel is a comedic channel as well, and Billy Bob is weird as can be, and Kino Surf is out there. So as long as someone is not being genuinely hurtful, we'll let some of these jokes kind of stand. And it's more about, is it constantly going to be repeated over and over and over again? College is very good. I'm happy to hear that. Little Sugar wants to be a vet or a designer or whatever it's called to make dresses. That's called a fashion designer, Little Sugar. So you would like to grow up to be a fashion designer. Super cool. Queen Abby, it can be hard, but find some classmates to study with. Yeah, I met a really cool guy he's one of my lab partners. His name's Ariel. And he's a student at NYU, but he's here in Miami for the summer, just to take the biology lab. And so he and I are studying together and we're working together. That is true. If you're ever having difficulty in a class, find someone who can study with. Find your study partner. Little Sugar, when I turn 19, I will keep that in mind. Why 19? You'll probably start school at 18 in college, right? Kick Your Up also does tire changing on the side. For 18-wheelers, that has got to be a very lucrative business, because that's something you can charge top dollar for, and not very many people know how to actually do tire changing on 18-wheelers. Dude, Kick Your Up, Kick Your Up, that's an interesting idea for a YouTube channel. If you did a YouTube channel, it was just tire changing for 18-wheelers. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that would be interesting, and I'd want to watch that. It's very fascinating. Hey, Elizabeth. Nice to see you. Mr. Goodcat's one of the other moderators here, and I was talking to him yesterday, just thinking, imagine when there are 300 people in these live streams at the same time. There's no way I'm going to be able to keep up with everything, and I'm going to miss all of your messages. It's going to be very exciting and very sad at the same time. But that's where the super chat comes in. So, like it or not, once I become big, and we got 300, 400 people in here one time, and this chat is going a mile a minute, the only way I'll see your chat message that time is if you pay for a super chat. And yeah, Nate is being hidden. All right, Nate is gone. Okay, fashion designer or vet, the one who takes care of animals. That's right. So there, guys, just educationally, and this people get confused, there are two types of vets in the world. There's a vet, which is a veterinarian. That's a doctor who takes care of animals. There's another type of vet, which is short for veteran. And there are different types of veterans. Most of the time when people talk about veterans, they're talking about military veterans, people who served in the military. But a veteran is also just the name of somebody who's done something for a long time. So I'm a military veteran. I'm also a YouTube veteran. I'm also a YouTuber veteran. Why? Because I've done it for a long time. So anyway, when you hear the word, someone says I'm a vet or she's a vet, you have to think first, what kind of vet? Is it a veterinarian? Is it a military vet? Is it a vet about some type of career? Queen Abby, good night. Yeah, it's 1:10 in the morning, and you have work. It's a pleasure to meet you. Hope to hear from you, Queen Abby. Tucker, what time is it? It's 1:15 in the morning right here in Florida. You're so right. I need a GoPro. Yeah, Keck, you're up. If you got a GoPro and you did interviews with these people, these truckers, not only would all of the truckers love to watch this channel, but you'd get more business. You'd get more, it would be good marketing for your business. And number three, people like me who I have this secret idea that I want to be a trucker and drive a 16-wheeler. I'd love to live vicariously through your GoPro and see what these people do. And I think interviewing these truckers, because I'm sure they're all very different, and they all went into trucking for many different reasons. And I would think a lot of them are very intelligent and have some very interesting perspectives on life. So that's just an idea. And I see a lot of grass cutting videos getting viewed. It's amazing. Some of these channels, the stupidest things, are getting millions of views and millions of subscribers. So that's why it pisses me off that for 18 years I've been struggling so much to find some audience of people who actually cared about me, because I believe I'm doing something so much greater and more beneficial for society than some of these videos. Watching grass cutting, it's certainly psychologically pleasing. I don't know if any of you guys have ever mowed the lawn, but when there's a big lawn and there's about like 7 inches of grass, and then you put that lawnmower over it, oh, it feels so good. And then you see these strips and strips of like buzz cut. It's the same feeling when I gave myself my haircut last week. And you see that hair coming off, and then it's like, perfect fade. Everything looks good. It's very satisfying. So I understand, but I also don't understand. I understand why people like those grass cutting videos. I don't understand why my channel doesn't have 5 million subscribers. But hey guys, with your help, maybe we'll get there one day. Hey Yen Yen. Yen Yen, are you the person who's in Taiwan? Do you live in Taipei? I forget. Mr. Fly is back. Hello. Nicholas Coffin is here. Click that like button. Keck, you're up. You are a good moderator. You keep reminding people to click that like button. Also remind people to subscribe and click the bell to get all the notifications. I have no idea what Utsav 1214. I think she meant trying to say for me it's yeah. What phone do you have? Hey Tucker, I have an iPhone SE. Cost me about $400 because I refuse to spend $1,400 for a cell phone. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. Even when I become a millionaire, I do not think I'm going to buy. The one reason why I like those new iPhones, though, the iPhone 13 or 14, whatever it is now, it has that beautiful camera. And you can do beautiful camera work and photos. And obviously, if I become a successful paid YouTuber, maybe I should invest in one of those cameras simply because one of those phones simply because the camera's so good. And I bet these live streams will look even better. I mean, I look super handsome and great looking right now. But imagine, actually, if I have 3 cameras on me, maybe I won't look as good. Maybe it'll pick up every imperfection. The iPhone SE camera is designed to keep me a little bit blurry so that I look better than I actually do. Keck, you're up. All the truckers have great stories they can't wait to tell. Keck, you're up. I think you should create a different channel. Don't do it on Keck, you're up. Do it something and call it something like Trucker Tales. Tales like Tales, where you're talking about these and you interview these stories of people. And you know why it'll help you with your business? Truckers will call you specifically because they know they get to be on your YouTube channel. So that could be a whole thing. Hi, Nicholas. Yen Yen says you're my favorite YouTuber. You make me feel so good. You make me feel like I'm doing something great. I thank you so much, Yen Yen. And if you are the person from Taiwan, 谢谢你的帮助，谢谢你的夸奖，我很喜欢你。Oh, by the way, guys, if any of you are interested, I have a scheduled live stream for this Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. And it's an experiment because the whole live stream will be in Chinese. I have one of my friends and one of my Chinese teachers in China, in Chengdu. I found out she has a YouTube channel, only has 5 subscribers, but I said, Mina, in Chinese, I said, 你要和我做一个在 YouTube 的直播吗? And she said, 对对对. What I said is, hey, do you want to do a live stream with me completely in Chinese on YouTube? And she said, yes, absolutely, I totally want to. So, if you guys come to that live stream, and you're of course more than welcome to, I'm not going to be speaking much English. She's not going to be speaking English. And she and I are just going to be talking Chinese back and forth. Because there are a bunch of YouTubers where they have like white guy speaks fluent Chinese and it gets millions of views. I'm thinking maybe that could bring in a whole different type of fan. I could get a whole bunch of the Chinese speaking people from Taiwan, from China, from Macau, from Hong Kong, all there. And bring in that voyeuristic, in a good way, group of people who love to watch people speak foreign languages. And third, all those people who are studying Chinese who want to come and just listen to the two of us chat. So it may be completely boring for you guys, or it might be interesting. But don't expect me to speak a lot. Maybe I'll speak a little bit of English. We'll figure it out together. But anyway, that's scheduled and add to your calendar. Mr. Goodcat almost went into trucking for the money. Got certified and licensed, then got a better job offer. The money I've heard is absolutely amazing, and you get to drive all around the country, and you get to sleep in that awesome cab. I want to sleep in the cab. I have a friend of mine, this guy Mark, who is a trucker, and I said, hey, can I go with you one time on a 3 or 4 day trip? And he says, absolutely. And I can't wait. Nicholas is doing, Nicholas, why do you keep saying hi twice? Oh, you're from the Philippines. So I was talking to Yen Yen, and Yen Yen didn't even know what I was saying. So do you speak Tagalog? Let me see if I know some Tagalog. Anunganangawama. Do you understand it? I'll say it again. Anunganagawama. My little sugar, I like them less than you, though. You're my favorite YouTuber. I like it because it makes a flat top. What makes a flat top? By the way, my little sugar, it's not your, Y-O-U-R, it's your, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Remember that. Your is possessive, meaning your dog, your cup, your phone. But if you're trying to say you are, it's Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. And Tucker322, I already said that before, Billy Bob. Why did the USA betray the Philippines? Can you educate me? In what way do you think that the United States betrayed the Philippines? If you could tell me a little bit about what you're referring to, maybe I can help answer that question. Yeah, thank you for the likes. Nicholas, I'm timing you out for 1 minute because you keep saying hi. And that's not helping this live stream. Elizabeth has a Hawaii phone. Elizabeth, do you have a Hawaii phone or a Hawaii phone number? I have a Hawaii phone number too. It starts with 808. Because when I moved back to the United States the first time from living in China, I stayed with a friend in Kauai for a month, and I needed to get an American phone, so I have a Hawaii phone number. Kek, you're up. Chinese live stream. Oh yeah, Sunday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be pretty fun. If it goes well, I'm going to try to find someone who speaks fluent French, and we'll do another one in French. I'm going to find someone who speaks Italian. We're going to do, oh, my friend Federico, we're going to do it all in Italian. And we'll all learn, improve our language skills together. Actually, you know what I'm going to say? It's not going to be completely in Chinese because I will also give you some basic lessons on so any level. If you want to learn some Chinese basic, if you want to practice more advanced Chinese, come. My Chinese is not fluent. I still take my lessons. Of course, Mina, my friend, is Chinese. She's fluent. So it'll be a fun adventure all around. What's up, RJ? Great to see you back again. A lot of people saying sup. Sup, RJ. Sup. 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 Hello, Brandon. I remember you, Brandon Watkins. Good to see you again. Tucker322. My favorite food is, I just had pizza tonight. I think it's probably pizza. But I also love raspberries. Oh, so delicious. And blackberries. Raspberries and blackberries. I love lychee juice. I love coconut water with pineapple. What else do I love to eat? I love Shanghainese Xiaolongbao, which are these Chinese soup dumplings. And there's a beautiful, delicious place on St. Mark's Place in New York City. I didn't think I'd ever find anywhere outside of Shanghai that made Xiaolongbao as good as they are in Shanghai. They tasted so good. Actually, I want to find the name of the place because I think I have the business card here. If I have it, I just want to share it with you real quick. If I can't find it quickly, I will not. I'm just doing a quick look. I think I have some. I found it. Look at this. Check this out. Right here. It's Nanxiang Soup Dumplings. Where are they? Right there. In St. Mark's Place. There's my free advertising for this lovely, lovely place. And that's the front of it. If you get there and you don't know what it looks like, that's what it looks like. So anyway, if you're ever in St. Mark's Place in New York City, definitely check that out. Let me take a swig of water. One sec. Okay. I'm going to plug in because our battery's getting a little low. And yeah, so anyway, those are some of my favorite foods. Now I really want Xiaolongbao because I can't find that anywhere here in Miami or South Miami Beach. There's not a huge Chinese population here in New York City. It's filled with Chinese. South Florida, not so much. You have a Huawei phone, Elizabeth. So you have a Chinese phone, not Hawaii. It's Huawei, Huawei, I think, Huawei, which is a Chinese phone. Lily, do you really think I'd forget you? Of course I remember you. Hey, CLVR, good to see you. Mr. Goodcat, Yen Yen is referring to the fact that the Philippines might go to war with China soon, and they thought we would get involved. So first of all, I really hope that Philippines do not have to go to war with China. That's not going to be good. I hope. Excuse me. I don't think China would start a war with the Philippines because the Philippines is the United States ally, and maybe the United States. I feel like the United States would have to get involved in some way. But with our current president, he's not very strong with foreign policy and diplomacy and strength with the military. So it's very possible that he wouldn't back up Philippines. But let's just hope that the United States, let's hope that China and Philippines do not have a war in the first place, because nobody wants that. What's up, Kevin Jeffries? A mango's very good, Tucker. A spotlow. I don't know what a spotlow is. Is that a type of food? Hit that like button, guys. That's right. Guys, Keck, you're up. Remember when you say hit that like button, that's great. Also throw out and remember to subscribe and turn on the notifications. Same thing with you, Mr. Good Cat and CLVR. Part of your job has got to be to get us more likes, to get us more subscriptions. Make sure they turn on the bell. Tell them to go to my websites. Going to the websites is helpful too because, again, if I get more money from some of the other things that I'm doing, that also makes it easier for me to keep doing the YouTube thing because I'm making income from elsewhere. I mean, the reason why I'm able to do these live streams now so often is because I quit my job as a lawyer 5 months ago. Imagine if I had to go to work tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. I used to have to be there at 8 a.m. Sometimes 7:30, so I'd have to get up at 5 in the morning. It's 1:30 now. Couldn't do that. Mr. When are you going live again, CLVR? My little sugar says, I'm learning Japanese. Yeah. So Chinese is a really hard language to learn how to write, but not as hard as Japanese. Why? Japanese uses Chinese characters for many of their words. Then they have their own writing. And then they have another form of writing for foreign words that are imported, such as those that come from the United States, from English. So you have to learn something called kanji. Then you have to learn hiragana. And then you got to learn katakana. So, I mean, me learning how to write in Chinese is hard enough. And my gosh, learning how to write in Japanese it's 3 times as hard because you got 3 different writing systems you got to learn. Well, don't worry, Yen Yen. I really don't think China wants to get involved with a war with anybody right now. It would be bad public relations. So let's keep our fingers crossed that nothing happens, okay? Yeah, we look forward to seeing CLVR stream live. So we'll check that out later in a little bit. Hope Philippines and China get along again. Brandon Watkins. Cool, go live now, CLVR. We'll check you out. So Brandon Watkins did say something wrong. Hi, Elizabeth. It is, but I struggle with the pronouncing. I don't want to go against China. No, China's a big military power, and honestly, no one wants to go to war with China. Just like nobody wants to go to war with the United States. So let's hope that the power of the United States and the power of China keeps everybody safe and no one goes to war. What time is your live? If you're Soul Rebel, seek your integrity above all else, he says. Never stop dreaming. Everything you see and touch is born from the invisible. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. Soul Rebel, welcome to the stream. That was very insightful, very positive, very inspirational. That is true. Everything you see and touch is born from the invisible. So just because you cannot see it today does not mean it cannot come. This iPhone or this Android phone or this Huawei phone that you're on right now did not exist when I was 10 years old. The thought that you could look at it, you could hold a computer in your hand and it was touchscreen and I could talk to people around the world with it. People think you're crazy and we're doing it right now. Yeah, that's right, Kekurap. Everyone new in the chat, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Right now it is 1:30 for me, Lily. Kekurap, you could learn how to write Chinese, I promise. What's good, E39? Nice to see you again. Long time no see. Is this guy Google because he knows every language? Not every language. I tell you one language I have trouble with, the language of love. Jesse Pinkman. Jesse Pinkman's in the house. Haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you back. Good that you were sleeping. My little sugar says, I'm going to sub to CLVR real quick. That's great. Today's my last day of test week. Big Boy Banana Man. Tucker saying hi to everybody. I'm back. Hi, MLS. So, Guys, I'm going to sign off for now. I know CLVR is doing a live stream, so I'm going to go check that out if he's on there for 5 minutes. Maybe some of you guys want to go see what he's doing as well. Kek, you're up. I think you should make that trucker channel. What, Lily? Why are you saying no? What, Jesse, you don't want me to go? All right, Jesse, if you can give me a good topic to discuss, either Lily or Jesse have to give me a topic, and I'll talk for 5 more minutes. We'll go to 70 minutes of live streaming. But you only have 10 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, Jesse, that was it. And Trump. All right, I'll say something about Trump. I'll try to keep it as non-controversial as possible. Just sharing my opinion. I just found out today. You guys know that I'm a lawyer. And when I was in New York City doing my TEDx talk at NYU, I got barricaded inside by the NYPD riot unit because of the anti-Israel protesters. So I was taken captive, basically kidnapped, false imprisonment for an hour and a half until I was able to get out. They did the same thing at Columbia University, and they broke into the university and basically took the university hostage. I mean, it was pretty messed up. And they had to send in the SWAT team to arrest them all and remove them. So here are these people who are actual criminals, who actually really breaking and entering, causing chaos, basically burglary to an extent. They were just let off with no charges whatsoever. The district attorney just said, we're dropping all charges. Meanwhile, Donald Trump was brought up on fake charges, and misdemeanors were all compiled together to create fake felonies. And if you're a Biden supporter, that's fine here, but I'm telling you, what they did to Donald Trump was completely unfair. And when I saw today that they dropped the charges from these Columbia, breaking and entering bonzos, and then they brought up fake charges against Donald Trump, it just boiled my blood and made me really, really furious with the direction that this country is going in, because people are getting persecuted for their politics, and then other people are being let go because of their politics. And it's just very scary, because if this is happening in the United States, then no country is safe. Everybody has always looked to the United States as the American dream and the place where freedom lives and individually live, and where the law is always the law. And now I'm just starting to realize we're kind of becoming a third world country here. And it's scary for me. And there are certain things about Donald Trump that I don't like. His personality sometimes is a little weird. He says some strange things sometimes, but nobody should be persecuted because of their political opinion and because of what they're trying to do. And I can't believe that they're using the court system to keep him from becoming president. I urge all of you to watch the presidential debate. Let me just look at my calendar. I'll tell you when it is. I thought I saved it. I think it's on the 27th, June 27th, something like around 7 or 8 o'clock. You guys should all watch that. I'm very curious what's going to happen. It's going to be Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, you should watch this debate. If you're American or outside the country and not American, watch this debate. Really, really, really important. So, all right. that took us until 70 minutes, right? I'm going to go check out CLVR, see if he's doing his live stream. Have a great night, everybody. Great morning, wherever you are, if you're in the Philippines. Please like, please subscribe, turn on that bell. And remember, if you can, or if you know someone who can, CashApp to MonroeMann, patreon.com/MonroeMann. Thank you, guys. E39, I think if you go to look up my comments on a lot of my videos, you'll find CLVR because he's left a lot of comments. Beyond that, I don't know what the stream is. Bye. Love you guys. See you later.